It happened at my graduation, the moment that turned a celebration into a reckoning. The dean stepped up to the microphone, smiling like every other commencement speaker in history. Then he said, "Will the students who actually earned their degrees please stand?" At first people laughed, thinking it was a joke. The kind of joke deans make to sound inspirational. A few people even cheered as they rose to their feet. But then Dean Richardson lifted his hand. "No," he said. "Asterisk the students who actually earned their degrees. No cheating. No plagiarism. No AI-written papers. No online tests taken by somebody else." Silence. Absolute, suffocating silence. Students froze halfway to standing. Some sank back into their seats as though the floor had dropped out beneath them. Eyes darted across rows. Breath hitched. I stayed standing. 4 years of all-nighters, poring over textbooks in the basement library, while half the campus was buying papers, answers, entire classes. I knew what I'd done. I knew what I hadn't done. Around me, maybe a dozen people remained standing. Then a few more sat. Then more. My roommate Jude dropped into his chair immediately. He'd bought his entire senior thesis off a website. My girlfriend Trinity stared at the floor before slowly sitting, hands shaking. Within 30 seconds, only 53 of us were left standing out of 2,000. Parents in the bleachers began whispering, confused. My mom looked at me like she didn't understand what was happening. The dean waited for the room to quiet. 6 months ago, he said, we installed new plagiarism detection software. It doesn't just check the internet. It checks every paper ever submitted to every university in the country. Asterisk it detects AI writing. It analyzes typing patterns for online exams. My best friend Tate put his head in his hands. How did they know? He whispered. The dean went on. We also purchased customer lists from the website selling papers and degrees. Every name. Every transaction. Trinity let out a choked sob beside me. She'd been top of her class, on paper anyway. Her parents had driven 14 hours to watch her graduate summa cum laude. The gym erupted in anger and panic. Someone yelled that this was entrapment. Another said it was illegal. Dean Richardson simply raised his hand. The 53 students still standing will receive their degrees today. He paused, letting the reality settle. The rest of you have decisions to make. A man in the audience, someone's father, stood and shouted. Everyone makes mistakes. You can't do this. We're not taking degrees away. The dean replied calmly. You cannot lose something you never earned. Gasps. Tears. Angry muttering. He continued, holding up a sheet of paper. You have 3 options. 1. Leave now. No degree, but no record of academic dishonesty. 2. Repeat every course you cheated in. Whether that takes a semester or a year. 3. Accept a permanent mark of academic dishonesty on your transcript, with no degree awarded. The crying intensified. 4 years gone. Student loans still owed. Future suddenly blank. This is illegal. Someone shouted again. It isn't, the dean said. You all signed the academic integrity policy. Cheating discovered at any time can nullify coursework, even after completion. I looked at the other 52 people standing with me, mostly faces I barely knew. The quiet ones. The library ghosts. The ones who didn't share answers in group chats or swap quizzes. People like we from chemistry, who refused the leaked exams. Danica from English, who wrote poetry while others bought essays. Jorge, who solved every math problem by hand while apps gave shortcuts. One by one, students began standing, not to stay, but to walk out. Tate left without looking at me. Half the graduating class followed him. Trinity clutched my sleeve. I only cheated a few times. She whispered through streaked mascara. I was overwhelmed. Everybody did it. I know, I said quietly. Are you mad at me? I'm disappointed. She left crying. Her parents trailing behind her in stunned silence. And then it was just us. The 53. They called our names one by one. The remaining parents cheered louder than any graduating audience I'd ever